Looking elegant and classy in the summer months can definitely be challenging. I don't want you to have to choose between staying cool, being comfortable, and also looking chic. So in this video, I'm sharing some key tips to help you easily channel that gorgeous, classy, timeless old money aesthetic. Hi ladies, it's Erin and welcome back to my channel. You guys, I'm really excited to share some really essential, easy to recreate style tips in this video that I think are going to help you to channel that gorgeous, quiet luxury, old money aesthetic that is very timeless, elegant, and classy. Before we dive into those tips, I want to say huge thank you to Fabrique for sponsoring this video. Every once in a while, I have the privilege of introducing you to a new brand that I think is really incredible, and this is definitely one of those cases. Fabrique.com partners with more than 300 designers internationally, many of whom have worked under with some of the most iconic design houses out there. Think Pucci, Max Mara, Versace. In addition to all of these pieces being designed by this incredible pool of talent, you can read about each of the designer for the individual pieces, which I think is really amazing and just really interesting. Also, they use the highest quality fabrics and craftsmanship. They also have an eye on sustainability and transparency, so you can feel good about every purchase you make through Fabrique. And I kind of buried the lead here, but the most important element is that you can get these gorgeous pieces for way less than you would pay if you were buying through one of those design houses. Okay, tip number one for looking more classy in the summertime is to find a matching set. And I often feature matching sets that are all one color, and I do think it is gorgeous to wear all one color, a solid color. But I also want you to consider some of the more subtle prints that can also look very luxe, especially when they're well made and they are in gorgeous fabrics like this set. This floral set is the Eli sleeveless rosy top and mulberry silk, and then the penny flora wide leg pants. Mulberry silk is the highest quality silk there is. You're going to have a longer lasting fabric with this silk, and it's also super, super soft and just feels, of course, silky on your skin, which is really nice. You could wear a set like this, the subtle print, think floral, stripes, polka dots, from head to toe. That is going to be incredibly chic and elegant. When you have something like this, especially in the floral print that is kind of bold, I would keep everything else neutral, quiet. Your jewelry, your hair, your makeup, your shoes. You just let this gorgeous print do the talking. And of course, the silhouettes are very flattering too. I love this top and how it's sort of billowy, so you don't have to tuck it in. There's like an ease and an effortlessness to it. The other beautiful thing about the matching set, it's, sort of done for you, fail safe. You can also separate it, right? So you can wear the top with some white pants or jeans. You can wear the floral pants with a white top, white t-shirt. I wanted to show you a couple of options. So I paired the floral top with some gorgeous white pleated trousers. And then I paired the floral pants with a really unique white button-down shirt. So again, when you have a print, the idea is to pair it with something that is neutral and quiet, unless of course it is that matching set that I showed you to start with. So this set is incredibly lightweight, breathable, soft, ridiculously comfortable, and you will just feel amazing when you put it on. It's hard to express always like the feel of something, but I can confidently tell you that all of the pieces from Fabrique, when you put them on, there's just something special about them. You almost can feel the love that went into the garment. Even like putting your hands into the pocket, you can feel how luxurious the fabric is. It's really like an experience. It's not just same old, it really does feel quite special. So tip number one, try a matching set, not necessarily always in that solid tone, which of course I love. I've showed you guys a lot of different matching sets in one color and a solid color. Do try something in a subtle print for a little extra pop and pizzazz. The next tip is to invest in some timeless trousers. When you do summer weight fabrics, they're going to look so elegant, but also keep you cool. I have featured over and over again a pair of pleated trousers that I absolutely love. They do come in longer and shorter inseam lengths. It's always great to know what your inseam is. It just saves you so much time on the back end. But I want wanted to show you what I'm talking about with these trousers. So black trousers with this gorgeous sleeveless polka dot silk blouse. So this outfit, as you can see, it's just really simple. It's definitely easy to recreate. I have just a pair of like espadrille sneakers on. I added a really lovely croc embossed belt and gorgeous handbag. And this could take me anywhere from daytime errands to nighttime dinner, events, parties. I'm going to stay cool in this outfit, but I also look, again, very elegant, very old money. And don't forget about the sunglasses too. That's a great way to finish off the look. And right now, what's happening in fashion are definitely the smaller, skinnier frames. Not necessarily smaller in the width sense, but in the like vertical sense. So this is an example. These are a really skinny, oval shaped pair of sunglasses. Took me a while to find a shape that really worked best for my face, but I really love this oval shape for me. Again, if you want to look up the designer for any of these pieces, so for example, this sleeveless blouse, you can look the details of the designer pop up right away on the detail page, which is really a great feature. And I loved reading about each of the designers. Definitely made me feel more connected to what I was ordering. And then even again, when I put the garments on, just that connection, that energy, feeling that something was really made with love and care. It really makes a difference. Tip number 3 for channeling that old money aesthetic is to wear vests. Vest up. Try one. They're so cool, modern, edgy, and yet also very classy and elegant when you have the right cut and the right shape and the right pairing. I've showed a lot my black vest and my black trouser set that I absolutely love and I've worn all over. This vest I got from Fabrique, which is new, and it is a little bit of a heavy fabric, but I just think it's so sweet and very like Parisian chic and will be gorgeous to wear now and then wear into the fall, and you could layer a blouse underneath it, like a bow blouse. It's just really a versatile. I think it's going to be one of those pieces that's surprisingly versatile. It isn't super fitted to the body, so you do have some room to really layer under it. So I wanted to show you this vest again with a pair of black trousers. Really elegant, lovely look. I have on again a pair of espadrille sneakers, keeping it casual. We want that ease and that effortlessness about our wardrobe with the summer months. But again, it all looks very chic. It all looks very polished. It all looks very sophisticated, which is what you want. You want to stay cool and also look chic. So don't be afraid to try a vest. And if you're worried about arm coverage, you can always wear like a fitted short sleeve t-shirt underneath. Like look for a modal one that's a little smoother and silkier to keep it looking very elegant. You can also play around with like a chiffon blouse, tie neck blouse like I talked about before in the fall for sure. But there are ways around if you want to try the vest, but you don't want to show arms. And by the way, this is called the Haley square neck vest, and it's in a herringbone wool blend tweed. This outfit would be perfect for the office, summer, and easily into fall, winter as well. The next tip to nailing this elegant look in the summer months is to choose light luxe fabrics. Like fabric choice is everything. And that's really across the board in whatever you're wearing. For example, look for cottons, look for linens, look for silks like we talked about before. Those natural, breathable, lightweight fabrics are really going to keep you much cooler. They also have more of a beautiful drape and an effortlessness to them in the way that they fall and flow that I think is really adding that little extra something to the look as well. So I wanted to show you an example of a pair of trousers. Even though they're black, they're incredibly lightweight and breathable. These are called the Shakti barrel leg casual pants, and these are just heaven. They feels like your most comfortable PJ pant, but they're a little bit silky. They have a drawstring waist. You put your hand in the pocket and you're like, I don't want to move my hand because the fabric inside the pocket is so soft and luxurious. Like probably the most luxurious. Anyway, it's breezy, this pant, but it also has some structure to it. It also has some design, some tailoring that really brings in that sophistication and elegance, because it's easy to go to the beach and just do everything like gauzy cotton oversized and call it a day. And that's certainly an option for those moments when you are on that beach trip. But when you want to add that refinement and that elegance, there needs to be some tailoring. There needs to be really sharp, beautiful silhouettes. And again, in those luxurious fabrics. So think about the design, the tailoring, and the fabric when you're picking out clothes for summer. By the way, I paired the pants with just a really simple black and white straight polo tops right now. Anything in the sort of preppy family, the sportswear preppy style is very on trend and modern. And I think with the pants, the polo, even though it's a little more casual, still creates an elegant look because it has that preppy, sort of like what I talked about before, country club mom vibe. In addition to your light luxe fabrics, you also want to look for lighter weight denim, which does exist. It just takes a little more care to find those denims that are summer weight, I would call it. So Fabrique has a pair called the Echo wide leg jeans in cotton denim. These are, I would say, about half the weight of normal jeans. Normal traditional denim can be quite thick, can be quite rigid. These are half the weight of them. I think sometimes we shy away from wearing denim in the summer because it feels too heavy or too hot. But when you do choose a lighter weight denim, I think that makes all the difference. And again, this is a denim that does have a great shape and silhouette. You're not compromising that. You could take it a step further and do like a cotton terry jean. And I've showed you guys like the sweatpant jean. I mean, that is an option, but it's not going to give you that same level of elegance that the Fabrique jeans do. Last but not least is the perfect day dress. So when you're thinking about the perfect day dress that does have that mix or that combination of being chic and comfortable and will keep you cool. Again, don't forget about the fabric. You want it to be a lightweight, natural, breathable fabric. You also want it to be somewhat tailored and have some design elements that are beautiful and special. And then it also has to look amazing on you. So again, it's easy to throw on, a breezy halter dress when you're at the beach, and that can be very elegant. But I think when you're trying to channel something a little bit more, a little bit extra, a little bit old money, having a little bit of tailoring and structure to the dress is really critical. So this dress, also from Fabrique, is a perfect example. This dress is called the Claudia off-shoulder dress. It's cotton, so again, breathable. It has a beautiful silhouette that's incredibly feminine and elegant, creating an hourglass shape. You've got the off-shoulder at the top, fitted waist, more full skirt. It is a subtle print, which is really nice for summer when you want to bring in something a little bit more interesting. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's not just that gauzy halter dress that you throw on. This is special. It's beautiful. It can take you so many different places. The other thing I really want to mention about this dress that I think is so great is that it is so easy to get on and off. I was a little worried when I saw the buttons and there was no zipper in the back, but then I realized they were snaps and you could just like rip it down and easily slip it on and then snap them back up, no problem. That was pretty much a game changer. I almost buried the lead. There's a summer sale happening right now, so you can save up to 50% off of select items, including a lot of the pieces I featured in this video. Also, I have an exclusive code. So on top of the sale, you can use this code to save even more. So for new customers, you can save 15% using the code HI, H-I, capital B, Busbee, H-I, capital B, U-S-B-E-E. Get 15% off when you use that code. For existing customers, so if you're not a new customer, you can use the code HIBusbee10 and save 10%. So that's H-I, capital B, B-U-S-B-E-E 10 to get that 10% off. We'll put the codes in the description box so you don't have to write it down right now, and also flash it on the screen. Okay? Make sure you take advantage. We're going to link all of the Fabrique pieces below, as well as anything else that we featured in the video. Just a couple of sizing notes here, since it is a new-ish retailer to me for sure, and newish retailer in general. The sizes that I'm showing you are all petite. They're either extra small petite or small petite. Again, you're going to want to double check that size chart and make sure that you're getting the right inseam length for you and the right size for you based on your bust, waist, and hip measurements. Let's do a quick recap of the tips to help you look your absolute best this summer, stay chic, stay comfortable, stay cool, and also look incredibly elegant. Matching set magic, whether it's a solid or a subtle print. Matching sets are a fail-safe that usually look incredibly effortless dress and elegant. Timeless trousers. Get a pair of trousers that really flatter you, your shape, that are comfortable, that you love wearing, that are in that lightweight, breathable fabric. Do try vests, vest up. Vests are incredibly modern, a little bit edgy, but still have that classy element about them, especially when you pair them with the timeless trousers. Do look for light luxe fabrics, cotton, silks, cotton blends, cotton. Those are the way to go. Also lighter denim. You want to make sure that the denim you're wearing is on the thinner side. Lastly, do look for that perfect day dress that is the combination of all the things we talked about between the tailoring, the design, the fabric, and the beautiful subtle print, like the one I showed you, the striped off-shoulder dress. One other thing I want to note is shipping is international, so it is going to be a little bit slower getting to you if you're in the US. I promise you it's worth the wait. Again, we'll put links to everything below in the description box and in the pinned comments. Huge thank you to Fabrique for sponsoring this video. I'm personally such a huge fan. I love what they're doing. I love their values they stand for. I love that they're showcasing and featuring these amazing designers that we may not otherwise have access to at prices that are more accessible. And I love the thought and the care and the design that goes into each individual piece. It really is next level special. Just lastly, I want to say thank you to all of you for watching, for being here over the years. I love y'all so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.